And Holly Vatlis is a restaurant owner in Lithgow, and she joins us now. Holly, coming off the back of so much, the whole COVID experience, natural disasters, how's everyone coping with all this build-up?
Yeah, I mean, Lithgow itself, we've had a pretty hard run the past few years. So it obviously started with the bushfires and then COVID, and then we had the floods, and now no gas. So just when we thought everything was getting back to normal, it has suddenly changed again.
So I was just going to ask how you're adapting. Like, how are things changing on a day-to-day basis for you? What are you guys having to do?
So I mean, at home, we've got no gas to cook, but I mean, the number one thing for everyone in Lithgow is no hot showers. Especially last week when we heard the news, it was freezing up here, so it wasn't easy for anyone. But the hardest thing, I guess, for work is we've got 2 restaurants that solely rely on gas, well, probably about 90%. We've bought in barbecues, electric frying pans, electric deep fryers, electric steamers, taking pots home to cook. My sister's got electric cooking at her house. We're boiling pasta at her house and bringing it back down. Yeah, so just a lot of adapting.
It's expected that there could be up to 4 weeks of no gas. How are you going to run 2 restaurants for 4 weeks with no gas?
Yeah, I mean, the takeaway is really struggling. So we've got 2 restaurants. One's like a bar restaurant, and the other one is a takeaway, which mainly focuses on like really good burgers. But that one's struggling a lot because we've put the barbecue sort of inside under the exhaust fan, and it's just not working. It's just not sustainable. So we might actually have to close that one for a while. But the restaurant, we've actually got a barbecue outside in our courtyard, and the chefs are actually using walkie-talkies to like talk to each other and calling tables away, which is quite funny.
Holly, how are you going? You okay?
It's just exhausting, I think, just everything in the past few years. And then once again, we're just having to reinvent the wheel again and just keep the doors open because we also, within that time frame, our personal business, we had an external fire which closed our business, one of our businesses, down for a year as well. So it's really been an exhausting 3 years, but we're still here, we're still open. So yeah, it's just not easy.
Oh, Holly. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I hope it doesn't last as long as they predict. And yeah, we're thinking of you. Thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.